everybody, SeaSlug here, and I have a UU match versus Pikaboi14, and looking at his team, he's got a couple things that are going to be really big threat. That Raikou, if it's Timid Nature, it's going to be able to outspeed everything on my team, and that's going to be a big problem. Also, the Flygon always seems to be a big problem. Slowking, I'm going to have to hit that thing really hard with a Seed Flare or Bolt Strike, and that Thunderous. No, not Thunderous. I forgot its name. But point is that little thing at the beginning. That thing was what really had me worried because I've never really seen that thing in UU, and I didn't really know it went down. But anyway, he's gonna lead off with a range stance, which completely caught me off Skype. I led off with a Big Teeny, thinking I can go for the Beak Create just to wreck something on his team since I'm a Choice Scarf, and I was really expecting to outspeed this thing, but nope, he outspeeds me and sets up the rain. But anyway, that Beak Create still does a lot of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and send out my Swampert because I was having a bit of a hard time deciding what I want to die. Instead of sending out my Swampert, what I should have done was send out my Bronzong, because as you see right here, my Swampert pretty much just dies by 2 hurricanes. Of course, he does get confused, but that didn't really matter. Point is, I should have brought in my Bronzong. He goes for a big, not Break Create, Hurricane. I luckily don't get confused. I resist it. I'm able to take 4-ish, about 4 of them. Point is, I finish him off with a Dry Ball. I was thinking if I should finish it off or set up my Stealth Frogs, but then I was like, nah, if I set up my Stealth Frogs, I'm just going to get hit one more time. Anyway, here he brings on his Amoonguss. I decide to just let him Spore me, let my Bronzong become sleep fodder, because I know if he puts me to sleep, he wouldn't really be able to do much to me. Anyway, the rain wears off, and right here, I'm still asleep, trying to wake up, and he brings up the Raikou, sets up a substitute, so this thing's a sub called Mime, so that is going to be a huge threat. Luckily I wake up, go for the Earthquake, and right here I'm expecting him to switch out. He brings on his Arcanine. I see he's got the Intimidate, which is nice because I'll be able to fire off Big Creates freely once I get rid of the Slowking without having to worry about this thing having Flash Fire. Anyway, I get him my Rock, so that's gonna help me with the Arcanine. And right here I go into my Big Teeny because it was the best thing. I had to take a Flare Blitz. Right here, I really wanted to go for that Bolt Strike, but he still has that Flygon, so kind of had to go for the Big Creep because I thought it'd be safer to have this situation than have the situation of being locked into Bolt Strike and him sending out his Flygon. So anyway, I switch out because my Big Teeny is still very useful. Bring out the Bronzong just to take whatever he wants to do to me, and hopefully get this thing toxic, which I am able to do right now. Right, anyway, he goes for the Scald. I'm already paralyzed, so I ain't gotta worry about any of that burn stuff, so go for the Toxic. Get this thing toxic, which is gonna be really helpful later on. And right here, if these leftover effects would just wear off, and Toxic. Alright, let's see. Okay, he switches out. He brings down his Flygon, and I go for the Earthquake, so that doesn't do anything because he has Levitate. I was really thinking about going for Toxic, however right here I do go for Toxic as he brings in his Arcanine, so that thing's going to take some damage from Stealth Frogs, and he's going to Intimidate me, so that weakens my Earthquake, but I get fully paralyzed, so I'm not able to Toxic, and it wouldn't have really done much, but you know, some extra damage could have probably helped. I'm not sure, but as you see right now, he goes for the Flare Blitz. I'm not worried if I lose my Bronzong to this Arcanine because I still have quite a bit of HP, so that would give him quite a bit of recoil, and that pretty much makes it so he can't switch out. So I bring out my Big Teeny because I was hoping I could just outspeed and kill it, but however he has the extreme speed, so he hits me with that one last time. Here he brings out the Raikou, and I switch out. I don't remember if he set up. No, he hasn't. He has not set up the rocks. Okay, good. So I switch out because that Big Teeny is still gonna be helpful. I kind of stupidly bring in the Shaman. So yeah, I saw the substitute and I was like, ah, crap, I'm screwed. Because he puts up his substitute and then starts calling miming, and I'm like, okay, get my substitute up and then kind of try to break it and then make it go for some Seed Flares, hoping to lower his special defense. However, right here I miss, and that really sucks because it's times like this when I'm missing just just screws you over because he's setting up palm mines, and that is really worrying me right now. So anyway, he's gonna break myself with a hidden power rise as I go for the seed flare. And right here, I have to make a decision whether to sacrifice my Miancha or my Victini, because I do not want to lose this Shame, because this Shame is going to be very helpful for his Amoonguss and Slowking. So I decide to sacrifice my Miancha, and my Miancha lives it with 13 HP, which kind of makes me wonder if it was a good idea or not. Maybe I should have sacrificed my Victini, but then I'm like, nah, oh well, too bad. Point is, I'm able to bring out my Victini. As right here, I pretty much just pray that he is not timid, because then I won't be able to outspeed him, and then he'll kill me, and then I'll pretty much lose the game. However, I do outspeed him, go for that big raid, finish him off, so that is very good for me. Here, he brings out his Flygon. I decided to just leave in Victini to die. However, he over predicts and goes for the Fire Punch, which you know, helps me get in one more beak raid before my Victini goes bye-bye. So anyway, he goes for the Fire Punch one more time. I'm assuming that this thing is Choice Scarf, which with max speed, which pretty much means that it's gonna outspeed my Absol. So you know what, Absol can take a Fire Punch, so I bring it out, go for the Psychic to finish that Flygon off, but he brings in the Slowking, and here is where all hell kind of breaks loose in a Stolly war. Right here, bring my Shaman because I don't want my Absol to get paralyzed. That would be really horrible if it does. Anyway, bring in Shaman. I go for a substitute on his switch out to Amoonguss. To, you know, okay, right here the plan is to take out either his Slowking or Amoonguss with either a sub intact or plenty of HP. So when he brings out his Flygon, I can take a hit and finish that thing off. And then I should be able to finish everything off with my what's it called, Absol. However, right here, I go for the Seed Flare. I get fully paralyzed. He goes for Side Shock, get fully paralyzed again, and after turns. Okay, here switches out as I finally get fully paralyzed again. Okay, I went for the Seed Flare that time, but come on, this is ridiculous. He is just switching out, switching in. Oh my god, I keep fully paralyzed. What is that, 4 times, man? During this part of the match, I was just pissed. I was like, god damn it, god damn it. My god, if I would have just fired off a Seed Flare like any one of these times, I would have been able to just kill that stupid ass Slowking. But my god, look at that. That's like 6-7 times I lost count already. Stupidity. Anyway, he's gonna go for a Side Shock as I finally get a move out. Should have gone for a Seed Flare, but I kept missing and I was running pretty low on HP, so I decided, you know what, just Seed Lead Sheet. So anyway, here he switches out, goes into Amoonguss. I go for a substitute because I want to have a substitute intact. And right here, I should have done more, should have predicted this switch, so obvious, but I go for the Psychic. I'm not gonna do anything that dumbass Slowking. Oh my god. Anyway, here he goes for a Shy Shock. He breaks my sub. I go for the Seed Flare and finally freaking kill that thing, which is not how I wanted to kill that thing at all, because I neither have a sub up or am I a good enough amount of HP for my Shaman to get hit. So anyway, he sends out his Flygon. He goes for an Outrage, and at this point I was like, good game, because there is nothing this Absol can do. He goes for an Outrage. I'm pretty much thinking Absol's gonna die, but somehow he's able to live it. I am able to fire off a Psychic, however, I'm going to die by Life Orb, which is going to be the game. So if it wasn't for all those dumbass paralyzation attacks, I would have finished that Slowking off years ago with a substitute or like a lot of HP attack. I would have won, but anyway, that match was really haxy at the end, and yeah, it really pissed me off. But anyway, that is good game, Pikaboi14. I believe I don't believe he did upload his side of the match, so I will leave a link to that in the description, or better yet, I'll just make this a video response. But anyway, I'm pretty excited because tomorrow is the last day of school before spring break, and spring break is going to be awesome because free time is awesome. So I'll be able to make a lot of Wi-Fi battles. I'm going to try to upload one each day, and to do that, I'm going to need to be doing a lot of battling. So if anybody wants to battle me, feel free to ask me. how to get in contact with me, you guys can just hit me up on Skype. That's the easiest way to do it. Or I'll just find a lot of people on either T-Flare or Smogun. But anyway, that is going to be a good game. I've said that before, and I just can't find a way to end this video, so I'm gonna just hit the stop record button right